You won't find no pearly gates here, no chariots flying through the air. You won't need the golden shoes and the wings you'll never use. Just take them off and hang them there. We don't wear no angel outfits. The boss don't wear no golden crown. We don't use no harps or wings or them heavy halo rings. That's too much to schlep around. You could call this a blessing, or you could call this a curse. You may think this is one hell of a hereafter, but believe me, you could do worse.
Newton. Hey!
What the hell, Da Vinci?
Jeez, I hate these machines. Guy got into my cab with one once. Disgusting to look at him. Had one shoulder 6 inches lower than the other.
Who the hell cares? Here you thought the whole world's been in your cab.
I never picked up Gary Moore. Hey, if we switch over to the radio side, I wonder if it'll work.
Here? Do you think dead people can hear live radio?
Can you help me, Dr. Jennings?
Well, Lisa, I am America's highest-rated radio psychologist, but first I'll have to hear more about those suicide attempts right after we take this break for the news and some commercial messages. This is Dr. Blossom Jennings on WTRF, Talk Radio 820.
You're too marvelous for words like glamorous and glorious, and that old standby amorous. Nice radio. Ándale, baby. Give me the big shot producer, 31st floor RCA building. A pigeon flies in through the window, steals his Danish. Steel worker on US 20, outside Michigan City, Indiana. His 76 Dodge turns 100,000 miles. And he spends the rest of his life trying to recapture the thrill of this moment. Doesn't make it. Interferon research goes good today. I want the Bijuteria Buenos Aires. Film breaks during a showing of Terms of Endearment. Audience goes loco. Beats the projection of Senseless with a Mr. Magoo reel.
Meredith? I think I'm ready to make a commitment.
I never asked for that, Rod.
Oh, I know you haven't asked. In fact, both of us agreed that neither of us wants that. But I know that deep down, it would make you more comfortable.
No, Rod.
So I'm willing to make one. Not right now, you understand, but soon. I could feel it.
I don't want that. I really don't.
Well, you clearly want something more. And 9 times out of 10, when a woman wants more, what she wants is a commitment.
All I want is a little romance.
Well, what the hell was this?
An athletic event. But you came in first. I don't mean sex. I mean romance. Candlelit dinner, hand-holding, intimacy. A hug.
I get it. I know what this is about. I just had a beautiful and complete experience here on these laundry bundles. And you didn't. But that's okay. That is something we can work on. My wife and I both had problems letting go, and we were working them out. Until, unfortunately, we were interrupted by our divorce. I
I am sure that once things really start to click for you sexually, and this romance stuff will fall into place.
No, Raj, you think everything has to do with sex.
Playing Mozart's fourth violin concerto. A black widow spider crawls out of the Stradivarius and bites him on the nose. He dies right in the middle of the cadenza. The Times critic, who left early, pants his playing posthumously. That's all for now. See you later, same time, etc. What's the matter, baby?
Nothing much. I know my problems are small compared to some people. Like that poor dead man that got panned by the critics. It's just me and Rod. There's no romance.
Too bad. Romance is good.
There's also another problem of never having had a...
The suspense is killing me.
orgasm. Oh, sorry. Is it okay I said that to you?
Are you kidding? I made them up. You're gonna like this little story. You see, when I first invented the animal and the fishes of the sea, I didn't provide orgasm. Disastroso. I swear to me, I lost 80 species in one day. Black Thursday, I call it.
Gosh, that's terrible.
Killed my weekend. And right away, I figured out the reason. Nobody wanted to get down and propagate. All they wanted to do was eat and get fat. Then bingo. I wake up one day with the orgasm concept. And right away, you had to watch where you were walking. Creatures were procreating all over the place. Not to mention getting to know each other on a first-name basis. And you never had one of my little gems.
Not to speak of.
It's a shame. A nice kid like you.
Thank you.
You know, if I were you, I'd concentrate my efforts on the romance department. On my chart of worthwhile things, romance is 10 points higher than orgasm.
You have a chart.
Oh, you bet. Romance is way up there. Number 2. Comes right behind a day at the ballpark.
Then going to a ball game is number 1.
A day game. Going to a night game comes right behind getting a vasectomy at a street carnival. Oh, marvelous.
Hello? Welcome. I'm Blanche.
Oh, hello, Blanche. I'm Dr. Blossom Jennings.
Really? Gosh, I was just listening to you on the radio.
Blanche, where exactly are we?
Look, I'm really lousy at this. Let's see. How can I put it? See, you have entered the place of ultimate peace where the eternal...
Hey, Blanche, you tell us she's dead yet?
You ass, Da Vinci. Dead. Well, I've overcome all sorts of adversity in my life. This is just one more challenge.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm Dr. Blossom Jennings.
No kidding. I heard you on the radio once. Yeah, you told some guy to let it all out. I took the advice. I've been letting it out ever since. Hey, you know, a lot of people don't appreciate that.
What am I supposed to do?
Oh, the locker room is right this way. Here, come on, I'll show you. Right here. Listen, Dr. Jennings, I got this buddy, see?
Excuse me, would you mind holding this up in front of me while I change?
Sure. This buddy of mine, he's got this problem. Jesus! Did you get the chair?
Oh, how awful. Being dead is no excuse for looking it. Oh, my God. I was on the air talking to a man about a Ziploc bag fetish. There was a terrible storm, and then a bolt of lightning hit our transmitter tower.
Jesus, 1,000,000 volts right through your headphones.
Do you think it'll grow back, right?
Yeah. Well, there's no telling what can grow around here. Oh, which brings me back to my buddy. You see...
Thank you.
Sometimes he's got a a rough time with the old liverwurst, you know, getting it to come to attention. Well, you realize I'm talking about my buddy here.
Oh, of course.
He's tried everything. Exercise, diet, surprising himself. You got any expert advice on what he could do about it?
I have the best record in all of radio with curing impotence.
Jesus, I never said he had that. What the hell? Jeez. Watch out. It's a Rusty.
I'll talk to him. I took an extension course in conversational Russian.
Что нахуй происходит здесь?
Здравствуйте, космонавт. Меня зовут Rod Tandy.
English, okay?
Ah.
Hello, everybody. How's the family?
Nostrovia.
I bring greetings to you from Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
Borscht.
I am Yuri Alexei Popovich.
Well, we welcome you, Yuri, as we do members of all political persuasions.
Somebody is telling me, please, where I am.
How did you get here?
I don't know. Last thing I'm remembering, I'm missing my insertion to orbit, and I'm thrown into deep space. And my command station is suggesting I'm opening a special packet, inside which are special pills for committing pesticide.
Suicide.
Oh, yes, of course. But I am not taking suicide pills because Yuri Popovich doesn't give up. So, where am I?
You heard the phrase, better red than dead? Well, you're both.
I'm dead.
If you'd like to talk about it, Mr. Popovich.
Excusing me...
I'm Dr. Blossom Jennings.
The radio shrink?
Yes, how did you know?
I'm sneaking copy of Newsweek into Soyuz with me. You aren't having something to read on these long trips. You are going crazy. And you are...
Blanche.
Nice meeting you.
Hello, Blanche. And who is your friend?
She's Meredith. Just another pretty stiff.
Hello, is that your rocket?
Oh, yes. I am crashing in here because I am having insertion problem.
Oh, you hurt.
No, they just say I'm dead.
But you're okay otherwise?
Okay. I'm in heaven since I am meeting you.
And I'm Rod Tandy, as I told you earlier in your native tongue.
Another rear ender. And who is this?
God.
Oh.
Let's go. The belly dancer in Budapest pulls a hamstring. The bowler in Centralia, Illinois, needs another strike for 300. He taps the 10-pin for a $2.99. He goes so wacko, he gets his shotgun out of his locker, blows the bowling alley apart, still misses the 10-pin.
Excusing me, God, they're looking all over for you in my country.
Is that right, Dimitri?
Yuri.
Excuse me, are you in charge here?
I don't think we met, buddy.
Oh, I'm Dr. Blossom Jennings.
Oh, sure, man, I heard your show.
Oh, really? I'm flattered.
By mistake, I tuned in early for a Mets game.
That's veiled hostility.
Believe me, baby, when I'm hostile, I don't veil it.
At any rate, I must be allowed to leave. I have an entire country full of mentally ill people on hold.
Sorry, that is not the way the cards were dealt.
Cards were death. This is life and death, not a game.
Not a game? Who lives, who dies, when and where? It's a game of games, bigger than Notre Dame SC, bigger than the World Series. Except maybe 75. There we're talking classic, baby.
What an egomaniac.
Oh, no, he's actually a very nice guy, considering he kills people for a living.
Excusing me, Meredith. I was wondering if maybe you are doing anything. You would like to have a walk, just the two of us.
I'd like that.
Excuse me.
Yes, comrade?
Don't comrade me. Just where do you think you're going with her?
For a walk. Is something wrong?
A walk like hell. I know what you're up to. Would really make you a hero back in Moscow, drinking Stolichnaya in the Cosmonauts Lounge, telling your buddies how you nailed yourself a capitalist piece of ass, wouldn't it?
Piece of ass? Is that something you have to wait in line for?
You bet. And not just your ordinary run-of-the-mill capitalist, but a Bloomingdale's charge account holder, for Christ's sake. Now look, Meredith, I have always voted Democratic. All right, maybe not as much in recent years, I'll admit, but still I am all in favor of Medicare, food stamps, welfare, all the entitlement programs, so you've got to realize that I am no red hater when I tell you that you just can't go off with this godless communist.
Rod, you're not a red hater. You're jealous.
Jealous, so... Okay, maybe, a little. But Christ, I mean, don't I have a right to be? I mean, we're the only two people here who had something going, you know? I mean, we were talking about clicking into place, as you put it.
As you put it. Excuse me. Yuri and I are going for a walk.
I got rhythm, I got music, I got my man who could ask for anything more. Old man Trouble, I don't mind him, you won't find him hanging around my front door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams, I got my man who could ask for anything more, who could ask for anything, M-O-R-E, who could ask for anything more.
Telling me, Meredith, what I can do to make you not so sad. I am reading in Newsweek about Americans becoming not sad with Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
I'd die for a dish of rum raisin.
I am finding for you.
And it probably wouldn't even make me happy.
You are telling me, please, what would?
I'd like somehow wrong to ask for.
Please, you are trying.
Romance.
This is possible?
Oh, you're a very sweet guy, Yuri.
For a commie bastard, yes.
For anybody.
Sometimes I want to tell her how much she means to me. It just never seems to happen when I'm with her.
Well, I don't think you should get so down on yourself about this. If you really wanted to tell her, you would.
I know what you're saying. If I really wanted to, I would.
Right.
I guess I would. I mean, if I really wanted to. Christ, it is amazing how you put your finger on it just like that.
Well, as I used to tell my listeners, life is like a package tour of Europe. You'll never make it if you're carrying excess baggage. And do you know the worst kind of excess baggage?
It's guilt, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I learned that listening to you. And some of the others on radio, like Dr. Kleiner, the phone-in sex therapist.
Kleiner is a fraud. No ratings, no presence on mic. Oh, I wouldn't call her for help if I was a frigid dyke, and she was the last shrink on earth.
Gee, I guess I didn't listen that closely.
Hey, you know who needs the therapy, man?
Such anal, aggressive behavior. At what age were you toilet trained?
Hey, don't shrink me, kid. I have been shrunk by the very best.
Oh, have you?
You bet. When Sigmund Freud came through here, I figured I'd take advantage of the situation. I had to straighten him out, too. He kept talking about these bad dreams he had about his mother.
They always blame their mothers.
You were analyzed by Sigmund Freud?
Before you got here, baby, it took me years to get the smell of cigars out of my undershirt.
Some analysis for you to come out of it with delusions of grandeur.
What delusions? I am grandeur. And you're a narcissist who cares more about your business than her business.
And what about Mr. Tandy there, hmm? He was just telling me how much good I did him.
Excusing me.
Sure, Nikolai. You got it. Go live. Whatever Sergei wants, you give him.
But Tommy.
Hey, one more crack like that and I put out the word that it's hip to tip 4%. Before sales tax.
What's he doing?
Better you should know, buddy, believe me. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. You were taking credit for Tandy's mental state. Let me remind you how you helped this Meshuggah. You remember what advice you gave Senor Tandy when he called you about feeling guilty about dumping this terrific chick named Diana?
She may have seemed perfect to you, but once you got to know her, there were flaws, believe me.
I talk to thousands of nuts a month. I can't be expected to keep track of every one of them.
I'd really like to know what's going on with Meredith and the Russian.
Take my word for it, you're better off this way. You told him to read your latest book called Endings, all about how to kiss people off and not feel guilty about it.
$15, 28 pages. I read it at lunch. It was amazing. Afterwards, I didn't feel like a son of a bitch anymore.
Bingo. That's your contribution to mankind. You make sons of bitches feel like they're not sons of bitches. Let me tell you something. I didn't just come up with the idea of people going bananas just for the hell of it.
You aren't really going to take credit for insanity, are you? I mean, it's okay if you screw it up once. You're entitled.
Hey, Blanche. Just because I keep you and some of these bozos around here doesn't mean I won't suddenly get the urge and send you through that door.
Sorry.
Hey. Hey! Hey, hey, hey! Now, back to you, buddy. It so happens I came up with wackiness to save people's lives. Consider someone who's had to live through the trauma of neglect, child abuse, or Saturday morning television. I let him escape by going off into a whole other world. Then I got the idea of psychiatry for those who want to come back to the craziness of reality. It can be a bitch of a struggle. Two people in private talking about pain. It's heavy stuff. And you put that pain on radio where people can dance to it just to sell deodorants and Carhartt shoes? And it makes me sick.
It's good for you to get your feelings out this way. And I might also recommend shock therapy.
I had that once. When I worked at the diner, I stuck my fork into the toaster, calmed me down for a week.
How do you feel about what you've done, man?
I think my ratings speak for themselves.
You're a fad. You go in the way of Nehru jackets and bell-bottoms. Although I still miss those pants.
To Meredith, the most beautiful capitalist from the most beautiful country in the world. You know, I am really digging the Motown sound.
Me too. Do you know that you're the first communist I've ever had dinner with?
And how you are liking it?
Well, up till now, I've only seen communists on television. They all wear such bad suits.
And those are best suits we got. Meredith, I may be communist, but in here, I am, how you say, ordinary people. Tell me, please, are you having happiness here as a dead person?
Listen, Yuri, you've got problems of your own. What with missing your insertion and all.
Please, tell Yuri.
Well, lately I have been feeling kind of lonely. Yuri.
Yes?
Would you make love to me?
Oh, boy. In Russia, we are calling this water question.
The coal industry earmarks $10 million to convert acid rain into a health food drink. Ah, look, the lovebirds are back.
Jesus, look at them.
It's time like this, I'm glad I invented Chloe.
I feel wonderful.
Listen, Judy, I got news.
You got my name right.
I always get it right when I have to say the big Das Vidanias.
The big Das Vidanias. Holy shit, so I'm going someplace?
You bet, Skill, right through there.
I don't want to go. I am falling in love here with this beautiful woman.
Listen to the asshole.
Let it out, let it out.
Please, Morty, don't make him go.
Sorry, Don.
We were making plans, you know, romantic plans.
I'm sorry, Don. You're a nice guy, comrade. Thanks for dropping by.
Time to go, pal.
Hey, Putz. I handle that. I'm the guy wearing the undershirt around here.
Ash pinvin ne sakara rastioni. Bud.
Why is he telling me my penguin was born out of wedlock?
You got the idea. I think I did damn well for one lousy semester.
I am never forgetting you.
Oh, me neither. Believe me.
Okay, baby. Your turn.
You're not a garden variety neurotic. You know that.
Let it out. Let it out.
Listen, if you let me stick around for a while, I can have you a functioning member of society in 2 to 3 months.
Watch it. Or I'll put you in the sections where I keep the Jewish mothers you've been bad-mouthing. And when they get through with you, the lightning is going to be the good news.
Oh.
Listen, Meredith, I think we need to talk.
Not now, Rod. Not now.
Uberitis.
Okay, hot shit. What does that mean?
Either my socks are thirsty or get out of here.
You're hot, sir.
You could call this a blessing, or you could call this a curse. You may think this is one hell of a hereafter, but believe me, you could do worse. You could do worse. You could do a whole lot worse.
On the next episode of Steambath.
Bitch, you don't remember me? Does this jog your memory?
My memory?